Peace, peace, family. We are now live. We are now live. Shout out to all the family waiting, listening. Thank you for your patience. I see a couple of y'all is in the back right now. People started coming in already. We doing a Q&A today, a live Q&A. You know how I did with Dr. Valentine a couple of weeks ago. We're gonna do a live Q&A where y'all could be on the screen and ask the brothers some questions. Griff only got an hour tonight, so I'm not going to take too long to get to the Q&A. But besides that, I'm thinking if there's something else I want to tell y'all before we start. Well, besides that, let me just welcome my guests to the show, Black Dot, Professor Griff. It is truly a pleasure having your brothers back. Welcome back,
Peace.
brothers.
Peace. It's a pleasure being back. Yes, sir.
Indeed, indeed. How both of y'all doing? Everything good?
Dot.
Yes, I am good. Pardon me.
All right.
Okay.
Pardon
Yeah.
me. I am good, good. It's good to see the professor. Rich, as you know, always, man, any opportunity to come on and bill, I'm here,
Yeah.
Okay. It's definitely a beautiful thing, Brother Rich, and thank you very much for the invitation. And
Indeed.
when I saw that I was going to be on with Black Dot, I'm like, okay, good. Maybe we can kind of dive into some things for real.
Oh no,
Yes.
definitely. We definitely live in some interesting times, and that's why I want the people to call in and talk to y'all tonight. So much is going on. A lot of people, if you notice, I named the show The Last Days. A lot of people, it's so crazy out here. A lot of people feel as though we living in the last days. Some people feel as though we're just ending a cycle or a period or an era or a paradigm, and we're entering a new paradigm. But it is absolutely, I mean, wow, you really got to be have some stability out here to maintain your sanity, or else you'll get caught up in a whirlwind of distractions and negativity and things of that nature. So I definitely appreciate what both of you have brought to community, helping us mentally, physically, psychologically. You brothers did workshops together, seminars together, books, I mean everything. So it's a good opportunity for the people to build with y'all and get their mind right about what's going on, right? But before we start, I just wanted to ask y'all real quick what your thoughts, general thoughts about what's going on with I guess in the collect in the in mainstream culture, as far as the Fed. Now you see how the financial institutions are, for the banks are falling and they're creating this digital currency, that and a couple other things. But let's start out with that. I wonder what's your thoughts on that, in digital currency, the rise of digital currency.
Well, I think that the idea was spoken about years ago, and I think myself and Black Dot spoke about the New World Order, coming off of what Steve Coakley and other brothers that already put out there. We was just kind of coming behind them, and as we were living it, we was confirming some of the things that they was already saying because we was living it. You understand? And then now, some of them are now ancestors. They're no longer here for us to let them know. You know something? You is absolutely 100% correct.
That is correct.
We're moving from a physical currency, which wasn't even backed by gold, to a digital currency. And we always knew that they was printing money from nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Hyperinflation and that kind of thing. So we don't understand what they were saying was absolutely correct. But the issue now becomes, how would we deal with the vast majority of information that was already told to us living in these particular times, and then having to survive tomorrow? That's going to be the issue, simply because they've looted crypto already, like they've looted banks and treasuries and all kind of stuff. Is there going to be another world war where they can kind of loot certain countries in order to fill their coffers with gold and diamonds and other things to back a changing currency? Because even with even with these other countries getting together to form a new currency, which they say will be backed by gold, how is America going to deal with that unless they reveal the fact that they've stolen gold from us and stole gold and natural resources from other countries?
I agree. And what we have to pay very close attention to is when this country feels desperate, and they are desperate at this point, they will manufacture certain events to justify the turning over of the money system. And as we speak about artificial intelligence, AI, and all of these things, there has to be a currency that matches that vibration. So we can't be in an artificial world with virtual reality and augmented realities now a part of our reality and not have a money system that's in sync with that. So, like Professor Griff said, we knew something new was coming. It was just a matter of how are they gonna, what events are they gonna use to tie to these things to justify the Hegelian dialectic of bringing this about so that you accept it whole hand fully, accept what's coming. So we got to pay very close attention, because when we say we're in the last days, we're in the last analog days. So we fully make a leap into what is quantum and what is digital.
All right. Like I said, family, Griff only got about an hour tonight, so I'm not gonna ask any more questions. I'm gonna get right into it with the family.
Wait. We do have to mention the fact that in order for them to usher in Fed now, because there's only so many players in the game. Got to tell you that. Yeah. And the Cash App was one of the players, major players.
Big player, yeah.
So they got to start getting rid of some people to make room on the chessboard. You understand what I'm saying?
I forgot to mention that. I'm glad you brought that up, Griff.
Right, for some of the moves and some of the other people that they want to include in this thing in an augmented reality. Like Black Dot said, if it's going to be AI, you can't have this digital world happening with an analog currency. It just doesn't make sense. When a minute ago, if you read the fine print, we were property.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? But anyway.
Yeah, man, they're so bold, Griff. I'm glad you brought that up, and so obvious. He gets knocked off one day, then a day later, FedNow gets announced.
Right. So are we going to be the fictional character in the digital world?
And then you got to also go ahead, Griff.
No, go ahead. No, go on.
You got to also factor in when they were bringing in that Jibbity stuff, that a whole bunch of holistic doctors were also knocked off.
You're right.
So their MO is blatant now, because the last thing you want when you're trying to usher in an artificial, you know what I'm saying, cure for things, are those who understand the intricate workings of how the body works and how the earth itself is here to assist us. So they had to clean the slate with that. You know what I mean? And then begin phase 2 or whatever it is that they were doing. So we're going to see that. We've already seen 4 or 5 crypto moguls die suspiciously.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? So we understand they have to remove that out of the equation so that they can operate freely. But now, because we're in what I like to call the quickening and everything is being revealed, you are like watching TV. There is no more have to wait 10, 15 years to find out what they've done. They're doing it. And because of the access to social media, internet, and the dissemination of information moving at light speeds, for those who have eyes to hear and ears to listen, we can dissect it in real time. And so that's where we are now in the current moments.
Right.
Indeed, family. Once again, for those who are, first of all, the link to call in and be on live with Black Dot and Griff is pinned at the top of the chat. I will put it again in the chat right now. When you call in, when you come on to ask a question, family, one question, family, because we want to get to as many people as possible, and we want to keep a flow going on. We don't want it, somebody to start rambling and it gets stagnant and boring. So one question. Griff is only here for an hour. Let's move it. Let's keep a good flow, family. Let's get to the first caller. Escobar 8. My brother, you there?
Escobar
I think,
8 get something
yeah,
to drink.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to
his camera fell.
Yeah. Imari, are you there? Your screen is black. Can you hear me? All right, family. Y'all got to get it together if y'all calling in. Ascendant Infinite Goddess.
Hey.
Hi, how are you? Peace to the
Peace,
gods.
Peace, peace,
Peace,
peace.
peace.
You
How are
caught me
you?
just as I was trying to run the baby bath. Okay, so quick question. Um, I wanted to know, we talk a lot about preparing physically for the new earth, for the new wave as the end comes for the paradigm that we're in now. But what tips can you give people that have a desire to grow and move and be prepared, but they may not have the support system around them so they can move forward mentally and spiritually?
Mm.
Got me?
Well, yes.
Okay.
I think what each individual needs to do, and this is my short take on it. I think everyone needs to get centered and grounded. Centered and grounded to the point where you don't have to debate with anybody anymore. Everything has already been said and done. You understand what I'm saying? Now everyone has to get centered and grounded on what they say they know and understand, what they say they believe in. Because we're all going to get tried in that way. You understand what I'm saying? So when we talk about preparing physically, along with that, we've always taught you have to get centered and grounded spiritually. All right, and that'll take care of the physical and mentally, and right now on a psychic level, because they're having these spiritual attacks are coming at us
Yes.
to move you off your center. So I just wanted to
Yes.
kind of lay that out there. Those are three things that we have to do right now, like God said, in real time.
And just to add on to that, I'd like to say, I also feel this is the separation, because I don't feel everyone is going to make the leap. And when we say that, I don't necessarily mean those who didn't make it are not qualified, but you almost have to qualify and disqualify yourself based on your body of work and what you have been preparing for these moments. So for those who are still stuck into a paradigm that they're waiting for the government to provide them freedom, it's just not their time. So we will start seeing, as you said, the people around you. You may be surrounded by people who are just not ready to make that leap, but you know intrinsically you are making the leap. And so that creates the separation. It doesn't create a separation in love and respect. It creates a separation in graduation. And so as we prepare, I've been waiting for these moments my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I can feel it calling in the air tonight. So these are the moments that the elders have prepared us for. So I let go and I be free, and I just let this happen. And those who don't make that leap or are ready to initiate themselves in this process, so be it. They'll have to repeat certain cycles.
Right.
All right. Thank you for the
Thank
question,
you.
Ascendant.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Peace.
thanks. Peace,
Peace.
Queen.
All right, let's get to the next caller. I am King Reginald. Are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm right here.
What's happening, my brother?
Oh no, man.
Peace.
It's all
Peace,
good.
King.
Peace and
Peace.
love. Peace and love. Yeah, I
Peace.
was wondering because I have a cash value life insurance policy. I was wondering if that would be safe right now during these times right now. If I still should be funding that, or should I be putting my money in silver, gold, or things like that?
Yeah, I think all of us, including myself, we got to have something physical to trade.
Yeah.
because when you see the dollar slip out from under us, what's going to be the next currency? And are we going to have access to it in order to get the basic stuff that we need to survive? Remember, when it goes down, you're not going to have access to Cash App. You're not going to have access to ATMs. You might not even really ain't got access to banks right now because they're getting rid of people, and machines are kind of answering some of these things, right? You call nowadays, you call to the bank, yeah, you getting AI for real, just straight up. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So when you
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about buying back into a system that's drastically changing, if you're not keeping up with how they're changing, yeah, you might want to read the fine print on that, bro. I'm just being real.
Yeah, yeah.
So my suggestion, and I'm no one to give advice, but I would just say you got to play both sides of that coin, man. You got to keep a little bit in the bank and a whole lot under the mattress. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
No, I'm in
Sure,
agreement
sure.
with that. And our barter system as a collective family is going to be critical. So when so-called hard times hit, we have to lean on each other. And what do we have to barter for basic survival? Now, of course, if you got some money, like Griff said, you keep that under the mattress. And if you have some gold and some silver, some tangible things, because when the smoke hits the fan, anything of tangible value to get you to the next cycle is going to be valuable. So when I see my people on the street bartering every day with apples, oranges, clothing, this, that, while other people may look down on those principles, when it comes down to bare survival, those become the attributes amongst us that we've always done. We've always made sure somebody else can eat. We've always made sure somebody else can drink. So, and we've never truly relied on the system per se. We partake a little bit, but we always in the back of our mind go, yeah, I don't know about all this. So having a cash value policy, I would hold it if I can, but if you need to cash some of it out, you definitely do so.
Okay.
You know, that's how I would go about that.
You only been having it for a few months, and
all right, we got to go, brother. We got to move on, brother.
Right,
I appreciate the question, brother. All right,
sir.
Peace.
Let me add on to that real quick. Uber was created with no damn taxis.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? PayPal, they don't have a bank.
Airbnb, no hotels. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Airbnb, they ain't got hotels. They don't own none of that. So these things are happening right in front of our face on how they're getting the money and they're taking it. And I bet you they're buying land.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Tangible stuff.
They're buying something tangible from a non-tangible.
Yep.
All right. Let's
it's
get
an idea. But anyway, yeah.
Let's get the next caller is Junkyard Jedi. Junkyard Jedi, what's happening, brother? What's your question? You on mute, brother. You on mute. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace. What's going on, God?
Peace. What's good?
The brother right before me actually kind of asked the same question that I was going to ask. As far as reparations are concerned, should we even be looking towards getting like large sums of cash, or should we be asking for hours in gold, silver, copper, and things of that nature? Because like you said previously a few minutes ago, the money's no good. Like, you know what I mean? You can basically just, wipe your ass with it at this point. So should we be asking for gold or seeking something other than paper money?
If it's not in there, if it's not in the policy, it's going to be very difficult for you to get gold, silver, or anything what they promise you. They're going to pay it back in the worthless cash, which is sad. But I think the idea now of taking it and then investing it, like we said to the other brother, in something very tangible and very real. So what we need to start doing right now, as we speak tonight, right now, while we're on, let's start making a list of some of those things we can put our hands on that we can trade. So, for example, if I'm a firearms instructor, will ammo be valuable?
Absolutely.
I'm going to let y'all laugh about that for a second, because you can have all the firearms in the world. If you ain't got no ammo, your firearms are no good.
Absolutely.
How about firing pins? You understand what I'm saying? So what's going to be valuable to actually trade on the street? We can look at something domestic, and we can look at something on the foreign battlefield. We can look at Ukraine. What's valuable? Why do they keep asking for billions of dollars to do what? What's going to be valuable? You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As you can see, China is investing back into Russia with intel, not only intel, but cyber weapons.
Yes.
So what's going to be valuable that we can trade? Can information be traded? Those people right now that are healing themselves using herbs, that's going to be valuable, because if you get sick, who are you going to go to? You better start looking for the witch doctor where you live. That individual, that holistic health individual. You understand what I'm saying? Because doctors are not going to be available. And like Dot said a couple of questions ago, they knocking them off left and right, plain and simple. That's my take.
And to add, when we're speaking about reparations, if they so happen to cut us a cash check, to me, that's a blessing and a curse, because that's going to indicate that the dollar has reached its very last point, and then they'll give it to us so that we can take it over the cliff, and they can blame us for the collapse of the American dollar, because they're never going to take any blame for that. So we have to be just aware of how these devils move, and every move they make is a calculated one. You know what I mean? So let's keep that in mind.
Indeed. Thank you for your question, Junkyard Jedi.
All right, peace. Thank you.
Peace, my brother. All right. We got a good show going on here. Good answers, great questions. Once again, family, if you would like to be live and ask Griff and Black Dot a question, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. I'm also going to put the link again. Get some questions from the people. I know y'all want the opportunity to ask question yourself and be live and talk to some of the teachers. So this is a wonderful opportunity for y'all. And yeah, appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button, family. That is important. Getting to the next caller.
Yo, peace to the gods. Peace to the gods.
Peace.
How do you say your name, brother?
And Pandit Cole.
Okay, and Pandit Cole. All right.
So like most people, I work my regular job, you feel me, to pay the bills, going in, clocking in, clocking out. But ultimately what I'm investing my stock in and my time and energy in the virtual world, in the quantum realm, on the internet, I'm a self-published author. So I have my books on Amazon. I have the YouTube channel. I'm trying to increase my visibility with the YouTube channel, making videos so I could create an audience. So my question is, going forward with the transition with the currency and, the AI technology and the metaverse and whatever they're going to do with kind of changing this whole grid that we call society and the way that we are exchanging goods and services with money, where does art fall in that transition as far as someone who's creating books, or you're writing scripts, or you're creating music? What is going to be the value post crash of a currency or transition or whatever, you're going to be doing going forward with that?
Yeah, that's extremely deep, because you're on with that have books and have created these kind of things. And right now, like you, I'm trying to juggle on how I can retain these things. For example, I have 2 albums that are out there that once you pass the 20 to 25 year mark, you can go back and now I own them. You understand what I'm saying? Now that I own them, what do I even do with them? If I haven't been the admin for these things for 20 some odd years, which was the analog days, I recorded them, and now this is the digital age. They don't own them anymore. I own them. All right. If I'm not equipped or qualified enough to admin those 2 albums, they're going to fall by the wayside. Even if I left them in my will, and I did, to my children, will they know how to take that product, which means something because it's content? You understand what I'm saying? Right. A lot of things that we involve in is content driven.
Yes.
So if I got 40, 50 songs, by the way, I'm up to 125. So if I got 125 songs and I left that in my will, divided it up among my children, and I said, here's a gold mine, go make it work, trade it in, do whatever it is that you have to do. People are selling their publishing like crazy. That must mean something.
Something is going on.
What I'm saying? We have to begin to understand the value on what it means, not only to us, but what does it mean to them in the digital realm when it comes to AI? You understand what I'm saying? And that's a very real dynamic, man. I heard a song, and I don't mean to speak too long, but I heard a song that this dude created, and he used his voice.
Yes.
He used Jay-Z's voice.
Yep.
But it was him rapping.
Yep.
I was like,
yeah, Griff, I think you freezing. Yeah, Griff. Yeah, go ahead, Dot. You could finish that off.
Our art is our magic.
Are we back?
Yeah, we back, Griff. Our art is our magic. And one of the ways they circumvent that magic is this AI where they can try to tell the next generation, see, this is not about us. We've already reached the pinnacle. We're high priestess in the art realm because we do this. But the next generation, right, who now that they're in battle with artificial intelligence by the Matrix trying to tell you anybody can make a song, anybody can do graphics. Right. So that's the war that we're going on. But what it's doing is circumventing the next generation's magic ability. So forget about the monetary. We know that that's going to come as by way of a byproduct of putting out good works and adjusting, being swift and changeable to the times that we live in. I'm more concerned about us losing our ability to use art as magic, to change realities. You know what I'm saying? To dig deep down within individuals and bring something out of them, because now they're telling you anybody can do it. I can get a machine to do it, and that's never going to be the case. Not saying AI can't be assisting or assist you in certain things, but the spiritual magic, that melanin that's within us that they're trying to replicate, the art can't do it. You're seeing all of these people sell their catalogs, like Griff said, selling them. So they must know something is coming down the pipe in the way that the music will be exchanged. So continue to do your art from that place. You know what I mean? And as times change with how we monetize it, we can always make those necessary adjustments. But I don't want you to lose your magic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? More than anything else.
Thank you. I appreciate those answers very much. Thank you.
Hey, brother, before you leave, tell the people your YouTube channel real quick.
Yeah, so I have a little podcast. It's called Hoteppers or Half Steppers. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm kind of just doing videos sporadically right here. I haven't fully got it to where episode drops every week, but my YouTube channel is Shady As It Gets, spelled with Z's for as and gets. But if you search Hoteppers or Half Steppers, I have like 6 episodes. You know,
appreciate it, brother. Take care.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Peace. Let's get to the next caller, family. So, say your name, sis, because I don't want to mispronounce it. What's up?
So J Bells.
Okay, so J Bells. Go ahead. You got a question, sis?
Peace, Queen.
Peace, kings, peace, God. Yes, I do have in regards of the spiritual side of things. When it comes into me, I'm a mother of 5 children, 4 girls. So in the sense of strengthening my matriarchal stance, as well as being able to prepare my children properly for these things that are coming. What do y'all suggest as far as the things that I should be focusing on to center myself in the spirituality? I'm having confusion. Well, I had confusion in regards of the different religions and all of those things. And trying to figure out who to pray to, how to communicate with ancestors, and just being more so in tune with the mystery side of myself. What suggestions can y'all give me in the healing process that is definitely needed for me and my children?
Well, how old are your children?
I have 15, 11 about to be 12, 6, 5, and 4.
Okay, so you're dealing with a different range of children.
Yes.
But what works for me is I have to allow them. I'm always asking a lot of questions, even questions I know the answers to, because I'm trying to always get them to think. Once we can get our children to think, you know what I mean? Then we begin to open up the passageways where we can have dialect and conversation. I'm never trying to just input information, because these young people know more than we give them credit for. So the environment created is necessarily what it is. So I'll read a lot of magical stories. I'll email my children stuff that they think is bizarre just to get some input. We're also in a time where these children are bright through the social media, so they're more aware than we would like to give them credit for. So I start with libations all the time. I'm always telling them about the ancestors. So for the children, based on their age, the younger the children, the better, because they are really open with their imagination. The 15 and the 12-year-old, they may be indoctrinated into a lot of the social media garbage, but the young ones, those are the gems, because they allow their imaginations to grow. And I always want to expound upon that in a way that's fun and inviting. So every time I learn something, because I don't care what you know, it's what you can teach. So my whole goal is to say, how can I teach this to my grandson in a way that's palatable for him or her, and then take my 15-year-old and still have insightful conversations about the spirit realm and all of the realms that exist, and not throw religion out with the backwater, but trying to find the esoteric angles to show them that all of this is related and it all belongs to us, if that makes any sense.
Okay, so use everything in an interchangeable way as far as the religions.
Yes,
It's,
yes. Don't throw nothing away. Nothing.
okay, it stems from one source, and I can use it as long as I gain the insight that I need as far as being able to dissect text and things like that.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Griff, you wanna add on to that, brother?
A couple of things. But
Hmm.
no, I'm smiling because what Dot said is heavy.
Yeah.
Because at some time, sis, we got to close the book and become it.
Yeah.
And because of that, that's the thing that sparked me to write this book right here. You are the song that you sing.
Ooh.
You
Okay.
have to become. You have to become it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
We
sir.
sing these songs, and we are those particular songs. We speak these things into existence, and those particular melodies, frequencies, and vibrations are in sync with who we are. Do you understand what I'm saying? But let me
Yeah.
say something that Dot said to the last call about the magic.
Okay.
What's the magic of the words that have to touch, that you have to speak? A mother's voice,
Yes,
the mother's song. You understand? That can only reach your children.
yes,
I may not be able to reach them. It may take the intonation of your voice to reach your children.
Yes.
You follow what I'm saying? Because that's the
Yeah.
frequency that they're on. For example, if your child was screaming at the end of the hallway, it would automatically get your attention. You
Yep.
dropping everything.
Yep. Know exactly which one
That's
it
the
is.
frequency that they call for help from mama. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? In. You understand what I'm saying? You don't hear
Yeah.
them down the hall like, yo, mom, what's popping? You got that peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Pop it off. You understand? When they want you, there's a certain way they call you, right or wrong.
Right.
When the street lights come on and Dot and Brother Rich got to call their children inside, they got to use that voice that, the children can, take heed to.
Yes.
Where they stand up and listen and come to the salute the fact that, okay, yo, dad call me, yo, I'll see y'all later. I got to go. My pop's calling me.
Okay.
yes.
And don't feel
Yeah.
bad for the authoritative stance that I have to take, since I am the only parental
Yes.
source that they have like in their vicinity.
And I'm
No, but
going to
sis,
add this too.
but-
Go ahead.
but-
Go ahead.
But what Dot said was absolutely correct. You can lean on Marcus Garvey. You can lean on the ancestors. You can lean on Noble Drew Ali. You can lean on Francis Cress Wellesley. Pull from the ancestors
Okay.
and use that in your equation. You almost like a DJ. You got it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Good one, bro.
Make it happen
Good
for
one.
real.
And I want to just add this really quick.
Uh-huh.
I was teaching my daughter for years, and for some reason, I thought she wasn't getting it, and she was getting it.
Okay.
And then something triggered her, and now I can't shut her off. You know what I mean? So when it seems like it's not working, know that it's working. You
Okay.
never have to force it,
Okay.
and they will be getting it.
Okay. Ooh,
Thank
I
you.
think
Thank you.
guys,
Thank-
peace, guys, peace. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so
Peace.
much for the call. Peace. Let's get to the next caller. Sugar Shane. What's happening?
Peace, peace, peace. What up, G's? What up, guys?
Sugar Shane, you know he was back in the day with a name like Sugar Shane.
Yo, what up, Griff, man?
What's
You,
up, bro?
I met you in Birmingham at the Black Star Academy, fam.
Okay.
I gave you that water. They gave you some Piggly Wiggly water. I brought you
Oh,
some
man. I was
alkaline.
like, yeah, nah.
Man, yo, man, it's good to see y'all, man. And yes, these are the last and evil days, like they talk about in church. And so my question is pretty much this to the panel. And yo, what up, brother Rich, man? Quick
Peace.
shout out, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you so much, bro. Appreciate your whole platform, G. And what's up, Black Dot?
Peace.
Man, so my question with this last days thing is okay, so with 2023 now going into the summer, I want to know about the safe zones, because a lot of the master teachers back in the day told us about a map called the I Am America map by Lori Adelaide Toy. And you can look up her interviews, and she was contacted by Pleiadians, and Dr. York had the same kind of conversations about certain safe zones and cities. And so I want to know, is that map valid? Is there such thing as a safe zone? Should we be getting passports and getting ready to get out of America? Should we be buying land here? So that's a big thing. I want to know about the safe zones,
All
fam.
right. All right.
Let me just say real quick. There are underground cities yet
Griff,
explored.
you echoing. I think we all echo.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Can you hear
Sugar
me?
Shane, is it? Well, hold on, let me check. Yeah, I had to mute Sugar Shane. Okay, all right, go ahead, Griff. I had to mute you, Sugar.
There are underground cities yet explored by us. You understand what I'm saying? Our ancestors explored them and built them so that we can travel. You understand what I'm saying? That's on a physical level. There are portals to other places. I don't want to get too deep into Black Dot. No way I'm going with this. There are portals to other places that we could travel through, to and through. Yeah, I don't want to put that out there without having to really try to go deep. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to word it. Yeah, Black Dad, I'm gonna come back around. I'm trying to figure out.
Well,
I don't want to get too deep, but you feel me.
yeah, so
I'm gonna
again,
come back.
from the physical standpoint, we've mapped out the entire earth, you know what I'm saying, and all the passageways, but as above, so below. So there are always ways when the spirit is ready to ascend through certain portals and dimensions. And there are worlds that are in the infrared zone. And what I mean by that is right above our ability to physically see them. So the infrared zone, there's so much happening. So when we start talking worlds and safe zones, what level of consciousness are we talking about? Because once you able, like they're using these weird reverse angle cameras and negative films now just to map out and show you so many different passageways in the so-called heavens. So our ability to see more mentally and physically opens up more doorways for us to have access to. But on the physical realm, I don't care where you go on this earth, when it's on, it's going to be on. So we either gonna stand and fight and have the necessary water and things that we need to survive, or, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna make the ascension to other realms and still be able to fight. So that's a real, but I believe these things are collapsing in on themselves in the sense that the fifth dimension, more and more people are starting to feel it. They're starting to feel another realm come amongst them. So that's the so-called infrared realms, and other non-visible realms are going to start being a little bit more visible, and we can have access to them. That's probably the best way I can answer that without, delving into, a lot of different things.
Yeah, that's $1 million question. We only got time for like a $4 answer. But listen,
Facts.
when we start diving into virtual reality, do you, in your spare time, do we get on the games? Do we put the headset on and escape to a different world, a different reality, that quote unquote safe space, if you will? You understand what I'm saying? Where do you think they got that technology from?
Yeah, that's a fact.
If we could travel, like you can walk to the store, what if it took you 20 minutes to get to the store and back to your house? What if you could travel to Ghana through a portal that Black Dot was just explaining to us? When this joint is on fire, we go there on vacation, come on back with the necessary nutrients that we need to survive this after we put out the flames. I'm going to leave it right there.
Hey, Sugar, let me unmute. Sugar, I appreciate you calling, my brother. Let me unmute the brother. So yeah, I appreciate you calling, my brother.
Hey, Brother Rich, real quick before I leave, man, I saw you a couple years ago at the Ascension Conference, man. I dropped some rubies in your hand. I wonder if you still got them. I hope you do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure I do. I got a pile of stones that I get from all over the places. So, but I appreciate your energy, my brother.
Salute y'all. Peace.
Peace. All right. Great brother right there. Let's get to the next.
Now he gonna have me go studying, man, because he just set something off now.
Yeah, hey,
I got a song to write. I got a song to write anyway. But thanks, Sugar.
Hey, Jonathan, what's happening, brother? You got a call?
Yes, sir.
You got a question? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Peace to everybody.
Peace.
With the American dollar going down, are there any bridges that we can build, or any interest that other countries have in the United States, or bridges that we could build for us to build us a new nation, so to speak?
I personally think, let me answer this really quick, Griff.
Yes, sir.
I personally think we're focusing too much, this is just me, on a physical reconstruction of America as we see it. If these are the last days, our perception of money may have to change. Our perception of what's valuable may have to change, because that may be old paradigm thinking. So I don't want our people to get too locked into how do I keep my money beyond your basic survival, because if we're talking the last days, or we're talking a new epoch, and we're talking a new paradigm shift, money as we currently know it may be obsolete collectively. And how we exchange energy and what's valuable in the fifth dimension and above and things of that nature may have nothing to do with anything tangible in the sense of my investments. So I'm always trying to pay attention to what America's doing, because, but I'm always got one foot looking like, okay, we say something new is coming. And I think if new, it's going to totally be new, and how we perceive money, time, energy, love, and space may all be a thing of the past as we embark on something brand new.
And that speaks to the idea, the title that Brother Rich gave us, the idea of the last days. The scripture teaches us that the last days may be 1,000 years. Mm-hmm. So we enter into a new realm. Like Dot said, what is going to be that thing that's valued that'll unlock some of them doors in the new realm, in the fifth dimension? What if we put the value back on spirituality?
Yes.
So what if you're not a spiritual individual, but you're a religious individual? You may not be able to get in.
What if because that spiritual currency may not be accepted, or that religious currency may not be accepted in the spiritual realm of things. Exactly. If that makes any sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate the call, Jonathan.
All right, thanks.
All right, peace. All right, let's get to the next call. Once again, family, if you would like to call, I don't know how much room is the link is pinned at the top. I'm gonna share the link again, family. Let's get to the next caller. Eileen Jones, are you there? Eileen Jones, are you there? Okay. All right. They're not ready yet. Sweet Nika. Are you there?
Nika.
Sweet Nika.
Sweet Nika. Okay, good evening.
Peace.
All right. So a quick question. It's a throwback question, more than likely. It's about, the candy that was forced upon people. So what can
we're not answering questions about that, sis. I'm sorry. You got any other questions?
No, not at this time, but thank you for taking my call.
Yeah, I just my channel got taken suspended too many times with that, so we got to be real strategic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. No disrespect. Yeah. No disrespect.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, I appreciate it. All right. Peace.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, family, that thing that happened in 2020, my channel, Dot channel, Griff channel.
Oh, yeah. I took a beating.
Yeah. We got to be real strategic about that. We got other platforms, Patreon and things like that, where we could talk about that on a greater level. So we just got to be real careful about that. This is a great video, actually, today, and I'm proud of it, and I want to definitely keep this video up. What we got about 2,300 people in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're doing live Q&A with Professor Griff, the living legend, and Black Dot, the living legend. If you have any questions, there's a link pinned at the top of the chat that you all could click on if you would like to ask the brothers some questions. But yeah, definitely, I see we got a lot of brothers in the chat in the background. Any of the sisters, definitely call in, Queens, and ask some questions. But other than that, make sure y'all hit the like button, family. Make sure you hit the like button. J Benz the light. J Benz, what's happening, man?
Peace.
Yo, what's good with it, man? Peace be to the God.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I can't believe this here right now. Oh, shit. I bet. So, damn. All right, so I got two questions on my mind right now.
No. One question, brother. One question?
All right,
yeah, we got to move fast.
So, so my question to y'all is, how does one person tap in more with their God-like self, and a more what's like some practical things that y'all got, like I could do maybe like right after I get off this live right now, that I could do like right now to tap more into my spiritual self, my God self, you know what I'm saying, to elevate and to expand my mind, my consciousness, whatever, you know what I'm saying, all that. And also gratitude to all y'all, man. Brother Rich and all y'all, man. For real. I appreciate y'all.
Peace.
I would just say,
yo, Griff, before you start, Jay, they say put on a damn shirt, Jay. They tell it in the chat room.
Start there. The chat says start.
Don't call here with no shirt on, my nigga. Put on the shirt. I'm messing with you, Jay. I see that in the chat. I'm messing with you, man. Okay.
I thought maybe he's calling from like the islands or something. I'm like, maybe like a mouth thing popping off. I'm like, Jay,
hey, man, I'm a Rasta man. You should be.
Yeah. Indeed,
right?
indeed.
A coconut
Rasta
man. But anyway, I would say, and this is just me. I would say, man, just make sure your ancestor altar, man, is intact, bro. Those pathways back will lead you to the pathways forward. If you get what I mean.
What?
If you're centered and grounded and you're reaching back, you might have to constantly reach back to go fetch it in order to carry it forward in your own personal life. All right? I don't know you, and I'm just looking in your eyes right now, though, and I'm sensing something. Don't exhaust yourself with people that ain't worth your time, bro.
Yes.
No,
that hit.
No, you ain't got to smile. I see it, though. I'm saying.
That hit. That hit, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Damn, that hit different.
Okay, just to add on to that, I like to say this. That's all going to be relevant to where you are in your progression. So Griff mentioned earlier, at some point you got to put the book down and live it. But if you haven't done enough reading and studying, you know what I mean? The next phase after that is to live out what you've studied. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to determine where you are in these steps of progression, but your spirituality, nobody can give you that. That is yours. That is inherently yours. How you open up and how you are there to receive it can be a multitude of ways, but mainly through your walk. But before I had to go on this walk, I had to sit and arduously study the different philosophies, the different ways, and then I had to come out and manifest it by living to gain the experience necessary. And of course, the altar that Griff is speaking of is truly relevant. How you set your altar up, you got to set it up to your liking and to what's going to bring you your magic. So I never tell people set your altar like this, put that on your altar. I say it's an honor to your ancestors. So you have to do, like, I got a pack of cigarettes on my altar because my mother was a smoker. You know what I mean? So I have certain things that I know are tapped into what she liked to bring her closer into my realm for the help that I need. So read, live out what you read, manifest, those actions as best you can.
I hear you.
Hey, Jay Benz, I appreciate the question, my brother.
Could I just say one more thing, though?
Yeah, brother. Go ahead.
So I've been watching your show for a good minute, man. I would love to, like, if it's possible, get on your show too and like speak and talk some wisdom as well, because I spit wisdom. I do the knowledge thing and all that on TikTok mainly and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I was wondering if I could get in contact with you. I'm sorry, what?
Email me, brother, richandmarried@yahoo.com.
Word. I say
all right,
less.
email me and I'll check your stuff out, or I have my people check your stuff out, all right?
I say less. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace, my brother. Let's get to the next call. Year-round finesse. What's happening, brother?
Wow, what's up, y'all? Yeah, man. I have well, first off, thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it. Really, what I'm kind of looking for is just some guidance. I just a long story short, I used to be 520 pounds. I lost 300 pounds in 18 months naturally, no surgeries. I've went through a crazy spiritual journey like no other. Humbly speaking, I've looked all around the world, and not too many people have my journey or lost that much weight. What I'm trying to do now is build a school, build an academy for people, for more melanated people, carbonated beings, to get to where I'm at. Because there's lots of places around the world where we're just unhealthy. But I have trouble, problems with like just taking the next step. Long story short, I grew up I didn't grow up with a father in my life, so having that just masculine presence constantly, I battle with that. So I just wanted to see if y'all can give me some guidance or any just information that could help me, whether it be practically, spiritually, mentally. So yeah, that's really what I was, and I found y'all through B-Dale, by the way, Black Magic Man. So y'all, I've been doing a lot of work as well. So, and that's, by the way, this used to be me.
Oh man, bro.
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, so I know I have a pretty weird, crazy story, but I just have trouble because not too many people around the world are like me. So I guess I kind of feel like alone sometimes.
Mm. Well, but you know something? You ever thought about seeking a circle of brothers, a brotherhood?
I've been taught through my birth chart, that I have a like a lonely lifestyle. So I have been seeking that. I've been looking for my soul tribe constantly. I do have friends, but it's not on that same like spiritual level. Sometimes I'll talk about spiritual things and they'll be quick to change the conversation or just things like that. So I've learned now that I have to continue to be patient and be around more like-minded, spiritually minded, and see what's going on in this world for the end times. Things like I'm trying to help more people out. I feel like my purpose is to serve and help out, but I sometimes I just get it just gets tough in this world. So
Well, two things. There's a difference between alone and being lonely. The vast majority of the time, I'm by myself, but I'm not lonely.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, individuals that you just spoke about not supposed to be in your family. You gotta find your spiritual tribe, bro.
okay.
What you're looking for is something deeper than just being around men.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So you got to find your spiritual tribe.
Okay.
To a degree, I found those individuals. Black Dot is part of my tribe. You understand what I'm saying? We could not talk for months, but we're there because we're there.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? Find your tribe. You got to find your tribe on a spiritual level, man.
Okay.
Not necessarily that dude that lost 200 pounds or the other dude that lost $150. That's cool on that level, but no.
Right.
Seriously, find your spiritual tribe, your spiritual family, man.
And
Thank you.
I want to add to that. First of all, congratulations on losing so much weight, because metaphysically you're shedding things that will probably bogging you down. And so when you shed things that bog you down, it frees you up. You know what I mean? But shedding things that bog you down are also the people around you, certain environments around you. So you're going through like a transformation of sorts. You know what I'm saying? So you're coming out of your cocoon and you appear that you're by yourself, but you're not. Once you know what I'm saying, really ground yourself in this new person that you are, everything that you need will come into your mix. When the student is ready, the teachers will appear. And those teachers could be your spiritual tribe that help you reach an even higher level. You know what I mean? So you can't just want to help people lose weight. That's cool. What put the weight on them is the question, right?
Yeah.
So then you start having to delve into
Excellent, man.
the psychological, emotional, traumatic aspects that made you put on, so much weight that you had to shed. So it's bigger than hitting the gym. It's hitting them spiritual tracks to find out what has made people the way they are. And that's a special tribe that you have to initiate yourself and show that you're qualified to deal with before you even take on such an arduous task of removing the mental, physical, psychological, and spiritual weight of other people and other individuals.
Indeed.
Wow.
Hey, I appreciate your call, my brother.
Thank you. Peace.
All right, peace.
Peace.
You know, Doc Griff, I never realized how blessed I was living in New York City. You know, a lot of people say they want to find their tribe. I would literally get up out my bed, walk 5 blocks down to 125th, and there was consciousness everywhere. I'm meeting people. There was like 50 of us outside. So when people be like, yo, there's nobody like me in my town, I'm like, wow, I'm so blessed to have been born in the Mecca of consciousness, which is Harlem.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I was born and raised on Long Island. I had 5 barrels to go to. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and So I was getting calls from people from Arkansas and weird places, and I would ship them 300 tapes, VHS 400, because they was like, we have no center of consciousness. I said, now you are the center of consciousness. And so I was shipping out so many tapes to people in weird places around the country so that there could be a portal there so they can begin to create conversational circles, because like you said, we're so fortunate to be in the midst of some amazing individuals.
Crazy, man. One block before we get to the next caller. Just imagine, family, in one block radius, you got Hebrew Israelites, you got Nuwabians, Hebrew Israelites, Nuwabians, you got the Moors, you got Azariah with the weird occult stuff, you got Sonetta with the revolutionary stuff, you got Brother Big Man. Yo, it was like 7 different groups out there.
You got the Nation of Gods and Earth.
Nation of Gods and Earth. Thank you.
Then the Muslims on the corner trying to sell you a beef pie and a final Paul.
Yo, nothing like it. Oh man,
nothing like it in the world.
Wow.
I got to get ready to get out of here, but we can take one more.
All right, one more. Then Griff is gonna go. Dot, you can stay a little longer.
I can stay a little longer.
All right, Dot's gonna stay with us a little longer. We got a packed room in the back. One more call for Griff. Ascended. What's happening, brother?
Oh man, I can't believe you actually got me. Hello.
All right.
Peace,
man.
What's happening, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to. Okay, this is very important, man. And this goes for you, Black Magic. I've been following you for a long time. I'll make this real quick, but this is very serious, and this is something that I witnessed in 2007. I'm not lying to you. The question is, have you ever seen in your life or heard anybody, any spiritual teacher, Philip Valentine, anybody that you know, seen a strand of DNA? I witnessed a large, I promise you, I witnessed a large strand of DNA. It was green. It was transparent like the rainbow. And this is when I started to open my mind, and I was still stuck in religion at the time. So I didn't know what I was witnessing. And when I seen this large strand of DNA, I don't even know if I should be saying this. I don't know if I should be saying this.
Brother, stop being dramatic, man. You're being dramatic like a
man,
motherfucker, man.
But because is that serious, Black Magic? I seen this with my own eyes, and I'm gonna tell you this. This is back in 2007, before it was mainstream. I had a download where it said that this is the foundation of life, that through DNA, it's a hidden language written in our DNA. All of this stuff was told to me back in 2007. So I'm just asking you, has anybody, any spiritual teacher you ever met had an experience like that in real time? I'm talking about, I was actually on a construction site, and I seen this, like, it was like about 3 or 4 feet off the ground. This is in the mud. So I seen this thing, and it was transparent. It was like it was revealed through the sun. So as the clouds started to cover the sun, because, in my mind, I'm thinking this is like a miracle from God or something, because I was still believing in Jesus at the time. I don't believe in that no more, because I came into a greater understanding. So I'm thinking like this is like a sign and wonder that the Bible talks about, but it didn't line up with the Bible. The Bible didn't talk about DNA. So I didn't know what the hell was going on. So anyway, I was, this at the time when I was fasting too. I was fasting, I abstained from sex. I didn't do any kind of drugs or alcohol. Like I all of that stuff I put away because of my faith at the time. And when you cleanse yourself, when you cleanse your aura, like I was clean, I was living a clean lifestyle. I mean, I didn't have sex for many years. I mean, I really was living like one of them Buddhist monks because I was that serious about my faith at the time. So when I had this experience, I was at a construction site. I actually was able to get off a little bit early, and I walked through this DNA. It was about as long as a semi truck, almost about half the size of a 53 footer.
Okay,
and I was able to
let them answer, brother. We get it,
okay.
It, brother. We definitely get it.
Okay.
But just real quick before they get into it, brother, I definitely heard a lot of, I done interviewed everybody, and I definitely heard several people talk about seeing the transparent DNA strand. I think brother Yosef, brother Yosef might have been one of them. But throughout my time, I definitely have heard people. Me personally, I have not seen that, so I can't elaborate on it. But I have heard brothers.
What color was it?
I'm gonna let.
What color was it?
No, I said I have.
What color was the DNA?
No, I said
no. I said what
not.
color was it? No, I'm saying the people that have seen it. Did they talk about what color?
I don't. I think they just use the word transparent or translucent, or I forget exactly.
Yeah, it was transparent.
Yeah, what term
But
they
it was
used.
green. What I seen, it was
Okay.
green and it was
Okay.
transparent.
All right. But go ahead, Griff. Let Dot and Griff answer that as
Yeah,
well.
Black. Yeah, Dot, you got to take that one,
All
bro.
right. All right.
Well, the very last thing you said to me is what triggered this response I'm giving you. And you said that you were abstaining from sex and you were abstaining from food and you were fasting. So that means that you were just on a higher frequency and vibration in which things that are normally clouded based on us eating and getting rid of our star seed, we may not be able to pick up, but they are right there. So when we speak about the infrared realm, you know what I mean, of things which is right above the physical realm of seeing things, the higher your vibration goes with abstinence of sex and fasting and things of that nature and being steadfast. And it just opened up the things that you should be able to see. And that's why monks are able to, you need to read the autobiography of a yogi. I don't know if you read that book, where through, that very practice, they're able to do things that appear to be miraculous and see things that are miraculous. Now, I myself I haven't seen DNA, but I have seen many things on the a realm that is not visibly seen. Last night, I saw a white tiger, you know what I'm saying, on my dresser. And it was clearly a white tiger on the dresser. But for me, it happens in between waking up and sleeping. So if I abruptly wake up and my spirit or soul hasn't entered back into my body, I'm still able to see things in either the astral realm and above, but I can only see it briefly. And so based on your walk at the time, I think was able to give you a download, you know what I'm saying, of information that will probably be readily available to us in the next 3, 4, 5 years, or at least those of us who are on that specific frequency. That's the best I can answer it. But you were given a gift, and I believe there's something you should take full advantage of.
Indeed. Hey, I appreciate the question, my brother.
Okay, appreciate you.
All right, peace, brother. Let's get to the. Oh, Griff got to go. Griff, before you get out of here, anything you want to tell the people before you get out of here, my brother?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I am releasing book 2, and the cover looks like this. A picture of my granddaughter. So this is the song.
Yes.
You Are the Song That You Sing, book 2. And to be honest with you, man, since I discovered AI, I'm trying to figure out, what's my next step and phase on how to put that together. It stopped me in my tracks. I do have to admit. I'm processing the book. I'm doing it like I did the first one. And let me pump the brakes for a second and let me take a deep breath. So book 2 is coming out. My album is coming out, the enemy of my enemy. I'm going to deal with personal things on that album. And hopefully, some people will get it and not kind of, judge it, so to speak. But anyway, I really appreciate you, brothers. I can't wait to hook back up with you, Black Dot, in the flesh so we can break bread and talk.
Yes.
I got to get you out on the range. Brother Rich is a master right now. Did he tell you?
Nah.
He's laying it down like he's like, yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, I really appreciate you, man. The scripture says in the last days, every tongue shall confess and every knee shall bow. We're going to come willingly or unwillingly, but we're going to come. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
When we come, we got to bring all the jewels that we need to exist on the other side in the spirit realm. I love you all to life, man. All right? My phone number is 678-557-2919 if people want to get in touch with me.
Peace, Griff.
Peace.
All
right. We're gonna go. We got about I would say about 30 more minutes. You cool with that, Dot?
I'm good.
We're gonna go to about 10:40, 10:45, something like that. Once again, if you would like to call, we're taking one question from everybody, just one question, because I want to get as many people in a limited amount of the time as possible. I just posted the link. The link is also pinned at the top of the chat. Let's get to the next caller. Ashe 9 affirmations. I know you, sis. What's going on?
Peace. How are y'all?
Good. All right. Everything good?
Doing good. Can y'all hear me good?
Yes.
Okay. How you doing, Di? Hey, Rich.
I'm great. Thanks.
So my question pertaining to the last days, I've been having a lot of crazy dreams, UFOs, floods, tornadoes, and most recently I've had one about a very big wheel in the sky. And so I looked up Rashad Jamal's video that talks about Ezekiel's wheel. So does Ezekiel's will, the mothership, if that's what that is, does that coincide with the last days?
That's a great question, sis. I believe it does in some way, shape, form, or fashion, because people are seeing some phenomenal things in our skies, and they
Yeah.
aren't all Blue Beam, Project Blue Beam. The Blue Beam project is going to be the distraction so that you give up with looking out into the heavenly skies and seeing it. And like I said, it's a realm. It's right above our visual realm. So in the dream world, all of that would be open to you. So if you're seeing things in your dream, which is the real realm, it's revealing to you what's right above us. You know what I mean? We have a tendency to get locked into with the food and the water and the music and the drugs and the chemtrails. It's our 5 or 6 senses have become so almost stagnant and retarded, not retarded in the mental sense, but like stagnant in a way that we can't see beyond or hear beyond how we used to be able to do. So the dream realm is going to be very critical with us being able to connect until we can fully open our pineal glands back up and get them activated to see in real time what is there. Because even the government is saying that this mothership is huge.
Right.
And you know, Elijah Muhammad been saying this for 75 years, and we laughed when he spoke about, Ezekiel's wheel and the mothership of wheels in the sky. And here we are. So once your government is confirming this, now it's just a matter of how they are going to unfold, reveal themselves, and what kind of confusion will be created with Project Blue Beam to distract certain people while the other people are here ready for war and ready for ascension. I don't know if that makes any sense.
It does. Makes
Indeed.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey, I appreciate your question, Ashe.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, peace. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's get to SS Primo.
Peace.
Yo,
What's happening, brother?
yo, how's it going, man?
Everything good? Everything good?
Yeah, my question is actually, I have a painting. I want to ask you what you guys think about if you could just try to, if you could see it. I'm not sure if you could see it.
You called before, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
bro.
I remember you, brother. Where you from again? Where you from?
I'm from Zambia, bro.
Zambia.
But I
Okay,
grew up
yeah.
in New York.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
grew up
yes.
in
Okay.
Queens.
All right, go ahead, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to ask if you could see this.
Let me
Yes.
let me enlarge it.
Yeah, enlarge it for me. Yeah.
It's not really a, there you go. It's not really a question, but I would like to see. I think it's got something to do with, I have no idea. I just drew it. I was fasting for about 12 days, dry, and I
Dope,
this
bro.
out. So I don't know. It's like a
Yeah, it's dope.
yeah. So I'd like to ask you guys what you think about if you could translate or something. I don't know anything.
Well, I'm not an on-spot translator, but I see a wall, right? Now, walls represent obstacles. So I see a breakthrough of that wall. You know what I'm saying? Whether you are piercing through that wall psychically or there's a physical breakthrough through the wall. Now, what's on the other side of the wall? Is that a mousetrap?
Yeah.
That appears to be a mousetrap or something connected to like a balloon of some sort. So we're talking the ascension, but in order to ascend, you can't get caught in this particular trap. When I see water, I see spirituality or the spirit of the people. Then it seems like I see ice glaciers. So I don't want to get into my Antarctica flat Earth theory and start wilding with that. But this is what I see. I see a wall, a piercing through a wall. I see the ascension and a trap there to trap those who are trying to ascend if they're not focused. And I see ice glaciers or something beyond that. And then I see a heavenly sky or turquoise representing the crown chakra of energy. So it's opening up to a spiritual realm greater than what we perceive. So I do see breaking through a trap, breaking through a prison, but on the other side of that wall, you still can get trapped if you're not focused and things of that nature. That's all I can say on the spot based on what I see.
And yeah, real quick, what I would say, brother, is obviously the wall is the first thing you will notice. And they say in Kemet, your heart has to be as light as a feather. And when we're stressed out, when we got problems, when we in drama, when we're always in conflict, we feel heavy. So if you trying to get on that hot air balloon and you step on that mouse trap and your ass is heavy, boom, that shit gonna trap you. You stuck there. But if you light as a feather, the trap is not even gonna get you when you gonna try to get on that balloon. So I look at it as you got to be light as a feather. You got to be more energy than matter. When you more energy than matter, you able to do things that a person that's heavy and dense can't do. You can move differently. So I appreciate that, brother. That was this is like on the spot things like that. That's things and people just drawing from their subconscious. We got to do more things like that, brother. Tell the people how they could you selling that, or what are you doing with that?
Yeah, I'm an artist actually, but my contact I shared it last time. SS Remo is I forgot. I'll send it in the chat or something on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah,
thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We're gonna get to the next caller. I definitely appreciate it, brother.
Peace.
Peace.
All right.
Thank you,
Peace,
man.
peace,
Thank you.
peace. All right, let's get to the next one. Isaiah Bryant, are you there, Isaiah?
Isaiah, what's good?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Somewhat.
A little muffled.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah, it's a little delay on my side. What's up, man? It's a little delay on my side, but you can hear me, right?
Somewhat. Yeah. Ask your question. Yeah. Let me. Yeah. Ask you.
Okay. Doc, I'm gonna get at you later on the show. You know I'm hollering at you, man. But my question is our abuse of sexual energy causing the last days to speed up?
Say that again.
Is our abuse of sexual energy causing the last days to speed up?
Is our abuse of sexual energy causing the last days to speed up?
Yes, that's my question. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Mute him for a second, Griff.
Yeah, I'm mute him. Yeah. I just mute him. Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. That's a tough question. Something is causing time to speed up, and we know the perversion of sexuality that's taking place now may have us disoriented, so the time appears to be speeding up, or maybe it is because we're in the quickening. And I never really mean that in the literal sense. I just mean that there's so much, our downloads are happening so fast now that time and space not become irrelevant, but they're not as crucial as they once were. Because every time I learn something, I almost got to get rid of it after I learn it. I don't have time to physically manifest and walk the way I used to, because the information is coming in so fast. So that's what I mean by the quickening. And when we're having a sexual intercourse, we're dealing with a sense of magic. So anything could be altered. So I'm not really sure. I don't want to say for sure that it's the perversion of sex that's doing that, but we know that that is happening overall. Most people are saying, I feel like the days and time are flying by.
Indeed. I think I lost the brother. I don't know if I lost him or he but shout out to that brother with the question. I always hear people say that it's technology that's speeding up time. Right. And I always use the example, if I'm in traffic, I'm at a stoplight. If you're just waiting there, it seems like a long time waiting for that light to turn from red to green. If you get on your phone, that should change immediately. You get on your phone, out of nowhere, it turns green. You're like, damn, you just want to type a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's get to the next question. Yo, Art.
What's going on,
brother?
y'all?
Knit. Okay, what's okay?
Peace. I love it. I love it.
You knitting?
Let's keep my nerves.
Yeah.
I love it.
Fire, brother. Fire. Okay.
Appreciate that. Peace and love.
What's your question, brother? Yeah.
What are y'all thinking about basically meditation? Because I've been telling a lot of people to meditate and get your mind right. Basically, even like sitting and listening to, because people can't sit and listen to themselves. So it's listen to their inner thoughts. And a lot of times your inner thoughts be most of your truth. And people don't understand that. So that's the question. What do y'all think about meditation? Like, even when it comes down to because I heard my pop told me he transitioned to somewhere else. What do y'all think about that?
I think it's a critical component. And I tell people all the time, less is more now. So when we talk about realigning ourselves with what nature provided for us, and the ancestors provided all the tools necessary for us to be who we need to be. None of the technology and the external stuff is needed. But the reason we possess the same powers all the elite possess, right? But they want to keep you distracted and focused. Meanwhile, they're going to meditate, and they're going to still themselves, and they're going to focus on one specific object. A lot of athletes do it and don't even realize it. They use a different form of meditation. It may not be in a quiet room or something, but every time you shoot 500 jumpers at the same point of the back of the rim over and over again, that is a form of focus. And that focus allows the focus to go from out of focus or out of range into a laser sharp image of something. So I do it all the time when it's something that I'm looking to manifest. Now, I must admit, I haven't been doing it lately, but I have to get back to it. I have a Zen room at my home where the music and everything is in there. It's just for that. And I have organ pieces from Azariah all around to help harness this specific energy. So there's nothing magical or nothing external that's needed. But when we still ourselves, not only do the answers come to us, all revelation comes to us, but the key to it is how many people are willing to do it. So many are called, but the chosen few, and the chosen few are those who choose themselves. So get in a room, focus, meditate on what it is that you want, put pictorials up, write this stuff down, and make this stuff manifest. The better the focus, the quicker the manifestation.
Appreciate that. Definitely.
Appreciate you.
The people absolutely love that you knitting or crocheting. I think it's the correct term is crocheting.
Yeah.
So the people absolutely love it. And that's a form of meditation within itself, brother. So
exactly.
I'm in New York. I'm on the train. I do this. So I keep my mind going.
Excellent.
Yes.
I will say this, brother, just to add on to what Dad say, brother. The Bible says you have to be in this world and not of it. You can't put all your attention in this world and your attention in your inner world at the same time. So what a meditation allows you to do, it allows you to plug in. Like right now, for my computer to work and for me to do this live stream, I have to keep it plugged in, or the battery's going to run out. So in order for your battery not to run out and you become drained, you suffer from anxiety and all these other things, you have to plug in. How you plug in is plugging out of this world. So how you plug in, we got this invisible plug.
Yes.
And we got to plug in by grounding, by meditating, by going in nature. So it is essential, brother. I advise you. I absolutely love what you're doing. To see a melanated brother crocheting, there's so many stereotypes about us, and just keep doing what you're doing, brother. And remember that meditation, it's key. It's key to why my show is very successful. I often tell the people, I got this thought after meditation. I got this after meditation. Like the majority of ideas that I get, they come out of meditation.
Yes.
So yeah, man, I appreciate the question. I love your energy, brother, and keep doing your thing.
I got one more thing to say. I agree with you because I'm, as you know, New York. When I went away this week and I came back, as soon as I got back, the energy just changed because I came from the mountains.
Yeah,
it is out there. It's like, but that's what I'm gonna say. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace, brother. Take care. All right. Meet so many interesting people on when they call in, right? That's so many different personalities.
I love it.
Wow, man, amazing. Definitely amazing. Shout out to everybody out there. Let's get to the next caller. Queen Peace. Queen Peace. What's going on? What's your question, Queen?
To the next caller.
Hello. So I just had one quick question.
Can you turn down? There's an echo. Yeah, thank you.
I turned it down.
Thank you.
I just had one quick question. Me and my significant other is practicing abstinence. And how do we know when we are Kundalini rises, when we reached our Christ consciousness?
Wow. I was practicing abstinence for 16 months. And I don't know. I don't know if I did something wrong or something, but it messed up my internal system. I don't know, so maybe I needed to go a little longer to maybe thrust that out of me. But that Kundalini rising or that Christ consciousness is going to require more than just the abstinence. It's probably going to require meditation, study, water, food, environment, intent. intent is everything. So if you and your partner are in alignment, the intent along with the abstinence to allow his bodily fluids. Now, remember, he can also still have intercourse, but not ejaculation. And,
Okay.
and in doing that, if he learns how to stop it before he ejaculates, that energy doesn't go outward, that energy goes upward. And that's another way to activate, the Kundalini, and have the energy go upward to illuminate self. But that requires extreme levels of practice. I don't know, Rich, if you heard Bobby talking about it years ago.
Yeah.
He said, you're going to mess this thing up. You know what I mean? When brothers try to still show intimacy, but not ejaculate and give off their energy that way, and then have the energy go up and illuminate the 33 vertebrae of the spine. So, but Montauk Chia's got a very, very good book, dealing with sexual energy and how to use that in the abstinence of things to your advantage. I just know that it really messed. The last time I did it was like 15 months straight, no ejaculation, no anything. And there seems to be some kind of combustional energy that was taking place. But remember, I'm suffering from some kidney issues. So that may have been the blockage, which I didn't receive the energy that I really needed to receive. But I did go 15 months without doing that,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that's the best answer I can give on that. In 15 months, bro. When I tell you, my nut sack felt like 40 pounds. I felt like I was walking around, what I'm saying, like a sensei, because my nut sack was so filled. And then when I did finally release it, bro, it was like a turbulent experience that I can't even explain, bro. And it really messed me up. I'm just speaking from personal experience.
I appreciate the call, Queen. Peace.
Thank you.
Yep.
Peace. All right, let's get to the next caller. Marcus, are you there, my brother?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace to the gods.
All right, what's your question, my brother?
Yeah, quick question. So as we all know, there's many techniques, sun gaze, meditation, to reach God consciousness. But what are good techniques, straight to the point? How do we trick our subconscious mind to project what we want here?
Let me start that one off, Doc. Let me say this, because I wish I had my other phone on me. I would say something that I'm working on now, brother. Self-hypnosis. I'm tapping it because during your course of your journey in consciousness, you try so many different things. Like the sister was just talking about Kundalini rising. Right now, my thing is self-hypnosis. And I remember Mike Tyson said he used to do that before every fight. He would have somebody hypnotize him and tell him how great he is and how he can never lose. And it's a good way to bypass your conscious mind. Say if you're right before you're about to go to sleep. Say you could do it if you smoke weed while you're high and it kind of quiet. Smoking weed quiets your monkey mind, so you don't have all the chatter in your mind. So you're able to suggest things to your mind without the resistance from your subconscious, from your conscious mind. But what I'm getting to right now, brother, before Dot talk, I would say is self-hypnosis, and you can look more into that. But go ahead, Dot.
Yeah, one of the techniques that I used on my son, and I practiced early on, was I would record my own voice over and over and over again. And then when I go to sleep, because your subconscious mind recognizes your own voice. So then when I go to sleep, I play it lightly. And so as I'm hitting into the astral realm and above, I'm there, repeating and repeating and repeating that which I want to make manifest in this realm. So that's a direct hack that if you record your own voice, and you could do it with the 528 frequencies that help open you up anyway, lightly, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want it to be overpowering, because you never go to sleep. You'll never, wake up, should I say. You'll never wake up if you do that. So put that on lightly with the 528 frequency behind it, and affirmate what it is you're trying to bring into existence. And the more and more you do it, And it has to be affirmations that have already happened. So you can't say one day I'm going to do this. It has to be, I am so thankful that I am rich and prosperous, or whatever it is the case may be, because the universe reference of time and space doesn't exist. So you want to make sure like that has happened and you're walking in that reality now. So I do that with my son from time to time. And he was a football player. Like Rich said, Tyson was doing it, the box. I would do it with my son before games to put certain things in his mind so he could be focused.
Indeed.
Thank you.
I appreciate the call, my brother.
No, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
All right, peace. Yeah, Dad, you know what's funny? You said I'm actually sometime before the end of the year, I'm gonna offer a service to the people where it's like a music hypnosis. So I would make like a binaural beat, or let's say like one of the meditative beats, and I would get the person, I will record the person saying affirmations about themselves, and I'm gonna put it over the beat. So
Yes.
and make the beat centered around that, and allow them to listen. It's a customized beat, so everybody has their own beat with their own voice. They're their own artist. They're their own music star.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? So
I love it.
I'm gonna come out with that before the end of the year, and that's a great way to repro. I do that now, and it's worked wonders, bro.
Yes.
It's worked wonders. Yes. All right, family. Let's continue. Damn, we got 6 minutes left. I got to get out of here at 10:45, family. So let's get to Ike. Ike, what's happening, brother?
Peace.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Salute.
Yeah.
Hey, I just had a question for the. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, I just had a question for the average man. You know, I hear a lot of talk about the aliens and the mothership, things like that. But I was just trying to figure out, some of my friends, we talk about moving, going to the country, finding sources of food, water, and shit like that. But what should the average man do for something, something as dynamic as the mothership and, stuff like that, that the average man don't really think about? But what can we do to basically do better, live better? I don't know about all of that kind of stuff, but
No,
the
your
mothership,
question, I get it. I get it.
our people coming back for us and stuff like that. It's kind of too big for the average man to be thinking it's like a fantasy or a fairy tale and shit like that. We worrying about food sources and water and shit like that. So my question is like, what should we, what are the we all can't make it. You know what I'm saying? Just how we can live better in these times, while we struggling for basic things. You know what I mean?
This is what I want you to understand. We are all multidimensional beings all at once. So I never want to abandon my practical ways because I still have to be here. You know what I mean? So what I'm never trying to do is tell people only to look to what's next, because you still got to survive. You still need water. You still need food. You still need ammunition. You still need a backpack of things to carry with you if you got to be on the move. So those things, I don't want you to think that they're irrelevant. They are super relevant. You know what I'm saying? In everyday practical life. So never abandon your natural ability to survive out here, but don't be surprised, you know what I'm saying, if you are shocked by something that opens you up, because we can exist here on Earth, in the cosmos and everything in between as normally we do. We just don't recognize it. So for those who are grounded more into, man, I got to deal with what's going on right here, always need water. You always need perishable goods in your home. These things, what I need you to understand, when we get on Rich's platform, we just take that as a given. And maybe sometime that goes over people's head, but we just assume have your guns, have your food, have your water, have your gas mask, have, all of the basic things that you're going to need. And so I never want you to abandon that, because I don't. I keep water. I keep everything in my home just in case I got to be on the move. Forget about extraterrestrial shit coming to get me. I
Yeah.
got to be on the moon, okay, the motherfucking government coming to get me. So we always want to keep
Right.
all of them things in perspective, but never limit ourselves to one aspect or dimension of it. So I'm always telling people, watch the homeless. You know, the same people you walk over every day thinking they smelly and bumps. When the shit hit the fan or the ish hit the fan, they are more prepared to go 3, 4, 5 days. They know where all the underground tunnels and
Right.
hideouts
Right.
is.
Yeah.
They know how to survive and get food. And so in the Bible, it says the last shall become first. This is a perfect example of that. So everybody and everything is relevant and important. I hope that answers your question somehow.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all, man. Salute for what y'all doing for our people, man.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Let's get to. I think we're gonna do one or two more. We're gonna do 2 more questions, then we out of here, family. 2 more, then we out of here. Goddess Alex Love. Peace.
Hi.
Hey,
How y'all
peace.
doing?
Good.
My question was, to Brother Rich, when are we gonna like all come together and do like a collective meditation? Because I've been reading the messages in the water, and I know that, you know, coming together and meditating together can make changes in the world. So I was just wondering, like, when can we all just come together and just sit down and do a meditation?
No, I'm glad you asked that. And I think Blue Pill did a collective meditation early this year, and he did
Mm-hmm.
one last year. Personally, I want to do one. I had the idea before. I said when I hit 400,000 subscribers on my YouTube, I said I was gonna try to do a collective meditation because I feel like, you know, that's a big mark, and I feel like I could get a lot of people to do it. But it's gonna happen soon. But that is important because we can affect the quantum world when our thoughts. And I'll just give you an example, since how powerful our collective energy is. I went to Stone Mountain by myself the other day, and it was completely different from when I went with the group. The
Mm.
reason is when I went with the group, we all fed off each other's energy. And it was like, yo, God, it was like I could have did it twice. There was 70-year-old ladies going up that mountain.
Yeah, you
But when I
said
did it
that.
by myself, man, nigga, I felt, yo. So I do understand the importance of our collective energy, and I'm glad you brought that up to me. I think that there's a reason why you asked me that in particular, but I will be doing that. I would say definitely by next year, I'm gonna organize something, but other people are organize things as well. But that is extremely important. So I'm glad you brought that up, sis.
And I want to add to that really quick. We are all meditating right now. It's the problem is we're not meditating on the right things. And what I mean by that, with all of the social media and everything they're feeding us, reciting those songs over and over again, creates a chant. And those chants by every young person, that becomes a form of meditation to keep in existence the things that they want. So we have to be consciously aware of our thoughts and our words. So young people are meditating right now, but they're meditating on the wrong things. So I think it's also important for us to be consciously aware of what it is that we're meditating on so we can bring about the reality that we want. I think that's very important.
Right, because I feel
I need to get to one more question, sis. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Then we're gonna get out of here. I appreciate your call, my sister.
Peace.
All right, peace. All right. Yeah, I want to squeeze one more in before we get out of here. I want to get to this. I see a queen with a seed, star seed.
Great.
Universe. How you
Yeah.
doing? How you doing? Peace,
Peace.
peace.
I'm well. How are you guys?
Good.
Great.
So my question is kind of, it can go in a lot of different avenues, right? So when we have these conversations like this, for me personally, it scares me, right? Because I'm a mother of 2. I'm a single mother. Both of my sons' fathers are incarcerated, and I have guns. No, I don't have enough ammunition, but I've been stocking up on food. I feel like I'm doing some of the right things. I'm in tune with spirit. You know, I get messages and things like that. But I guess I just wanted to know what else I can be doing, because like I haven't worked in over a year and a half and I've been surviving, but now I'm at a point where I start work coming up this week, but I'm also at a place like I'm in Aries, so I'm like I go against the grain. I don't want to work. I don't want my kids in this system. I understand that nobody's gonna save me, that I have to save my babies, right? And I just want, like, what is it that I can do? And I'm in Minneapolis, and there's not a big culture here. There's not a lot like how you guys were saying in New York and stuff like that. We don't really have that here. So it's just me and my babies, right? And like I said, I know that I have to save us. Nobody's going to come and save us. And I'm just like, what can I do? I don't want them homeschooled. They didn't get shots. But I don't want to work, but I have to in order to survive. And it's just like, you know what I mean?
Well, sis, you got this. Let me say that first and foremost. And just like I was speaking to the brother a few minutes ago, self-preservation is going to be the first law of nature here. So don't overthink it. We got to take care of babies first. So mommy has to go out and make a way, because nobody else is going to make a way. Or mommy can sit there and hope the spirit is going to provide. And we know that the universe don't work like that. When we move forward and activate the certain energy, the universe is conspiring to help us. But we have to move forward. This is some form of test, for you to understand what you're being challenged with, because we're all being challenged with different things. I hated sending my kids to certain schools and this and that, but I watch parents do it all the time, because at the moment they have no choice. At the moment they have no choice. You know what I mean? So I'm never down on parents who send their kids to public school or this and that, because especially the parents who know better. But in order to, we have to know better. We got to do better. But that requires time and energy. So you got this. Your babies are going to be the ones that are going to help you get through this. And I would get on my grind. If someone is offering me some work, calm yourself to find out how you're going to work this out with the babies. But when you take 2 steps forward, the universe is also going to take 2 steps forward. And what you think is a problem now is going to be a footnote in the the journey that comes along that was tailor-made for you to have to deal with.
Yes, and I just wanted to add this, that like when I was thinking of my question before I got on, I realized, because like I said, I haven't been working, but I'm getting my CDL right now. And that's I'll be making $26 an hour. And I can bring my oldest Noble with me. But Spirit spoke and said the doors are opening. You just have to, as I was sitting and I was like,
yes.
And this is just the start. You know what I mean? Even though it's something that I don't want to, but I got to do what I got to do to get to where I need to get to. And
yes,
I have businesses right now. So this will be able for me to fund those businesses and stuff like that, so.
No, I'm with you, sis, and we got you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And mama gonna make a way. And mama always gonna make a way. You better believe it.
Yeah.
I'll just to add on, because you're our last caller, sis. I appreciate you calling. And just by the way, they are asking if you have a Cash App in the chat. Do you have one, sis? They're asking.
I don't have a Cash App, but I have a Venmo, and my name is Jasmine Green, JAS.
Wait, hold up. I'm not that fast. Give me a
sorry.
You said Venmo, right?
Yeah, my Venmo. Yeah.
Venmo. All right, what's your name? I'm not familiar with Venmo. What's your name?
It's Jasmine, JASMINE.
MINE.
GREENE, like the color green.
Yeah.
93.
So Jasmine Green 93.
Yes, and there's a picture of me and my son Noble in the picture. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just spell this so I won't get it wrong. JASMINE GREENE 93.
Yes.
All right. Well, I just posted the Queen's Venmo for anybody who would like to support the Queen. And I just want to add, Queen, before you get out of here, that you have to keep in mind, this is a metaphysical channel that you're listening to.
I watch you all the time.
Indeed. And one of the things we stress, and I don't ever want people to think that we're up here lying about this. There's literally 75 trillion cells in you that you could talk to, and that are waiting to guide you, and that are waiting to instruct you, and are waiting for commands from you. They're waiting for you to tell it what to do. 75 trillion. sentient beings are waiting for you to tell them what to do. So I want you to keep in mind how powerful you are. And I would advise you, don't spend less than 1 hour a day in meditation. If you're serious about what you're saying, I would say no less than an hour. You tap in, wait till the baby's asleep, tap in. They will give you an answer that Dr. Valentine, nobody could give you the answer as great as those 75 trillion cells they're going to give you if you just tune into them, tell them what you want, and they'll guide you into where you got to go.
Yes, and I do. Like, I have my meditation area, I have my altar. Like, I'm a Reiki practitioner. Like,
beautiful.
But I fall short sometimes. Like I said, I hadn't worked for over a year and a half, and now I'm like, I got to get back to it. But I listen and I hear spirit. They've told me they want to show themselves to me, and I'd be like, okay, come on.
Let's go. Yep.
And I'm a warrior. I come from warriors.
I can tell.
It's in my blood. Yeah.
Indeed. I appreciate the call, sis.
Yes, thank you guys.
All right, peace. Indeed. Yeah, Dad, I want us to know how powerful we really are. Like, we not lying about this shit, Dad. I'm not up here just to get some views. I'm dead serious about this shit, Dad.
I'm a walking, talking example of it every single day.
Like, bro, this is one of my favorite books. I always tell people, it's got a raggedy, Becoming Supernatural.
Yes,
I go through this constantly, Dad. Let me just read a little thing before we get out of here, because y'all done got me excited. This is a great show, Dad. I love this show.
Yeah, so did I, man. I love answering questions.
Yeah.
And things of that
Shout out
nature.
to everybody call. I know sometimes y'all want to talk a little more, but I got to get to as many people as possible in a short amount of time that we have. I don't want to. I can't find anything right now, but yeah, family, we the shit, family, and that's not being arrogant. That's just our nature. That's our God-given right. So before we get out of here, Dot, is there anything you want to tell the people? Anything you got coming up? Urban X, what y'all got going on?
We just we're continuing. We back on YouTube on a regular basis now, and we just continue to grow our platforms. So just tune in and support us. That's all we ask for, is that continued support. Hey, Rich, I'm gonna have some new threads dropping soon, so we'll talk soon.
Indeed. Definitely. I want to thank everybody who called in. For those who are in the back who can't come in, I apologize, but we have to leave now. But I'm going to do another one. I might make this a weekly thing where I do a Q&A with y'all calling in. But that'll probably be back on in about 3 weeks or something like that.
Yep.
So just stay tuned for that. But with that being said, this is what today? It's Friday, right, Dot?
It is Friday.
Friday night. Let's have a good Friday night, y'all. Let's tap into the spirit realm that we talking about. All right, family. Black Dot, Urban X, Brother Rich, Black Magic 363. We signing out,
Professor
family.
Griff. Yep.
Professor Griff. Yeah. Peace, family. All right.